Hey, Gutbox here. So, Madden Mobile had a stream this morning, showed off some gameplay of the yard. I want to talk about the yard, the console version, how it ties into the mobile version, talk about the mobile version a little bit, and when that's going live and whatnot. But I kind of want to go through all of that today. But first, before that, just want to shout out Hurricanos. And I was watching the stream, and Dolphins for life for spamming the or putting the gut emotes in chat a little bit. So let's just watch this. Get some gameplay of the yard on mobile. Now, obviously, the mobile's version of the yard is going to differ from console because it's single player 5-on-5, so it's going to be a little bit different. We've seen on the console 6v6, online too. This is offline only. Mobile, as we know, is not as powerful as consoles as their trilaterals and stuff. And it just kind of makes sense, right? That it would be a little bit more limited than console. It's always been a little bit more limited than console gameplay-wise. The crazy thing is, content-wise, mobile's actually killed it. It's crazy for console, which makes more money than mobile, which has a lot more interest than mobile. It gets such worse staffing and worse updates, especially summer content. Mobile is still going crazy with content through the summer, through lockdown, quarantine, all that stuff. And mobile's like, oh, here's another promo for you. Oh, you didn't like that one? All right, here's another promo for you. And then console just kind of we tried, I guess, kind of. No, whatever. We don't care. We're just not going to say anything. That way we don't hear anything, right? It's like monkey doesn't see, monkey doesn't hear, monkey doesn't care. Just give me a banana and give me my $6.5 million bonus because I'm a top executive. Top men are on it. Who are these top men? Top men. Okay? I don't know if anybody will remember that. That's not that bad of a reference. A lot of people will probably get that. Anyways, this is on Twitch, right? And so I just want to say I'll be back on Twitch within a week or two, probably, maybe within the week. I don't know. We'll see how I feel. Just get to streaming back up. But I've been enjoying the life of a YouTuber. Let's get into it. So the kits, the biggest thing going from mobile to console is the kits going from one to the other, right? Is basically you're able to get certain outfits on mobile, certain outfits on consoles, and you kind of go across as a way of cross-breeding, cross-platforming. Anybody that knows that it's played a Pokemon game in the past knows you gotta both buy red and blue to get all of them. So same thing with Yard, to fit out your character. There are different things. I've seen some screenshots of some cool stuff of going different ways of making your player unique. I saw the Zeke half shirt right there that goes under the just under the nipples or titties and shows off the midriff, like your, I don't know, Britney Spears from the late 2000s. So there's a lot of stuff like that in game, and that's cool. And we'll see how customizable it gets, because you see, I just want to point out that run play. I just want you guys to see that, and then I'll get back to that. So it'll be interesting to see how much on the customizable stuff that they'll get into. How much you'll be able to do that. I think that's very important to allow people to individually express themselves, make their player unique. I want to see stuff that can show off how amazing you are, the certain achievements you have. This, I hope it is mostly cosmetic. That way people can jump into the yard all year long without being too overwhelmed. Kind of like how NHL does it versus 2K. Jumping into 2K with a new character, you're fucked up, right? Jumping into NHL with a new character, you're basically as good as everybody else on the ice with a couple minor differences and specializations. So definitely I hope Yard goes this year. Maybe. I do like the depth of customization though in 2K, so that's, I don't know. I think overall I'd probably like 2K system better, but it is kind of neat for the first year to kind of go like this. But we'll see how they're going forward. So yeah, differences: 5v5 on mobile, 6v6 on console, and it's online versus offline on the two. But it is really neat. The yard is unique. The field's unique. They say this is a progression-based system on mobile. One that basically they'll have hooks and storylines. It does look like, and really looking at the meta right there, right? You see those guys blitz it right off the snap. So if it is one blocker there, which would be really boring for that guy, right? That guy who's either the offensive or defensive lineman as their player on the field. If that's what they do instead of going 5 Mississippi like other 7-on-7 IRL would have before you gotta get the ball off. I think a blitzing is gonna be the meta, right? If you can get a guy in there free against no blockers, I definitely think blitzing is going to be super important. It's going to be the meta, so you will need a scrambling quarterback. But we'll see if they do end up going 5v5 type of stuff. Or sorry, 7v7 where there's 5 seconds in the pocket or not. But yeah, I think blitzing is going to be huge. And I think the linemen, whoever gets that spot, they will be super important, but it will be kind of unheralded, right? They'll be oh, just a lineman, a D-line rusher. It's kind of like O-line's IRL, right? It's important, but they don't get a lot of recognition. So the D-line guy that can generate insane pressure, the O-line guy that can stop it, that'll be huge. But if it is a blitz one extra guy meta, then I don't know how big it'll be because you'll get a free rusher anyways to chase down that quarterback. So that's what's looking like the meta, at least based off this gameplay. It's pretty easy to see. You having to get the ball out within 2 seconds because they're rushing you is kind of important. And we'll see what ends up evolving. So, yeah. I think, the run game. I want to talk about the run game. Just look at my notes. So, the run game itself. And mobile's not out yet, for anybody asking. I was going to do a video. I was going to wait till it's out, but it was supposed to come out like an hour ago, but it didn't. It is interesting you can do stretch and stuff. And stuff I was like, oh, it could be cool. It could be an only passing mode. So, it does look like running this kind of stretch stuff, it will look like, that was super easy. And we'll see how easy it is to control the players. And in Madden, in the beta, it wasn't as easy to control the offensive and defensive players, and I thought that the benefit is still towards the offensive ball carrier, kind of like this past year was, but it ain't too bad. And I think, we'll see if it turns into a run meta, just it is. But I feel like it's a little bit easier to stop the run because there's no blockers, right? The blockers being able to turn all their defenders and get linebackers caught in the middle of the field, it was a little bit easier, but with no blockers there, outside of like the wide receivers out wide, maybe it'll be harder to run in the yard, and we'll see. But, I'm excited for it. I think the yard is one of the better, changes that they've made over the last few years. Even though it's like, copied from other games, I still think copying good ideas is a solid thing to do. So, the kits, back to that, the tying to the two. I'll probably be downloading and getting mobile here. I probably won't play it much, probably won't do a lot of videos on it because I'm not that interested in it, but we'll see kind of like the progression going from one game to the other. And do I really care about how my player looks? Not particularly, right? I'm not that fashionable. I think I'm wearing a fucking Captain Morgan t-shirt. I'm not sponsored or anything. I just had it in my drawer, so I threw it on. I don't know where I got this from. Probably partying back in the day. I actually don't know. I don't even know if this is mine. Probably switch search, like a jersey swap situation. But yeah, that's kind of it. Mobile, it's looking tough. Mobile always does pretty good stuff with content, and this is new content. Obviously, their gameplay is less than spectacular, but it's a limitation of the hardware. And mobile really passed its amazing points in 15-16 because it changes to the auction house. Bots kind of killed the game a lot with people hacking the auction house and whatnot, so they had to make a lot of adjustments. And it's no longer completely like player to player. It's player to computer, player to bot, and then it sells to other players. So it is what it is. Do you guys play mobile, or I'm sure a lot of you played it back in the day. Have kind of made the transition to the console since then. But since mobile's finally making it out before console, they're able to stay on schedule. We'll probably see an increased population on the system. So that's what I want to talk about. All right, the time between the two, purely cosmetic, and I don't know. We'll try it. Right? I think it's not out yet. I can show you. What was that? See, it just says pre-register on me. This is not on my phone, as I'm not able to figure out how to do that, but it's coming soon. So, Madden Mobile 21. The hype is real. But yeah, expect some people to do some videos. I'll be interested to see what other people are putting out. Obviously, Slay, Madden Mobile. He's like the best resource because he's the most knowledgeable about it. If you're looking for Madden Mobile creators, I'm more like, hey, we'll see what's up. We'll see what kind of promos they do early on. They were really good last year for checking out what legends are coming in the game over the weekend as they did them out first on mobile. But that's it for the video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Just kind of going over what the yard looks like and what kind of gameplay of the mobile system is going to be. But yeah, should be enjoyable. It's more of a narration, I said, for this. So take it easy. Peace out, and I'll see you tomorrow.